Well, hey, this is Joseph, and I'm going to cover some more of my Sergio Aragonés Groo the Wanderer collection. And before I get into some of these different issues, such as the image and some other cameo appearances, I was going to bore you with a very rare appearance of Groo that nobody's aware of. But this is a Six Flags over Georgia. This is the 1990 Six Flags Over Georgia Yearbook, Volume 20, 1990. It's 23 years ago. And here, if I can zoom in on this, is your very rare appearance of Groo the Wanderer. There it is. See, that's me with practicing softball and my horrible stance. But you see, Groo's got his sword up, and there I am, got the bat. Not as very good a picture of the shirt, but yes, a very rare appearance of Groo the Wanderer. Made it into the 1990 Six Flags Over Georgia Employee Yearbook. Very rare. All right, so we'll get into these appearances of Groo. This actually doesn't say Groo the Wanderer; it just says Groo on this image comic. I think this was a 4-issue series. Actually, there may be more. I only got 4. There's 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Oh, wait a minute, there's another one here. Number 5. I have the first 5 here. I think I got the other ones. They just weren't in this binder. So that's image. So we may go back to this later when I find if there's other issues. The first 5 image issues. And now, some of the cameos, little sketch drawings. This is Hollywood Superstars number 1. Mark Vanier wrote this, and I think he actually wrote a lot of the Groo stories. But on the inside cover, Sergio did the artwork on the inside cover, and you'll see a little image of Groo. I don't want to open it because this thing's hard to put back together. All right, now this one is Usagi Yojimbo, which Stan Sakai did. He's the oh great, now I'm forgetting. Does he do the coloring or the lettering? I never remember. Anyway, in the back of this comic book, these weren't too bad. These Usagi Yojimbo is in the back of it is Sergio Aragonés comic strip called Cat Nippon, which is obviously a play on catnip and Japanese cat Nippon, and it's a little short story that Sergio did, and I think there's a Groo in there somewhere. I couldn't find it today when I was looking through it, but I think it's in there somewhere. Cat Nippon kind of looks a little bit like Groo. So that was that appearance or comic book. Now these, I never even really checked. This was right at the time. That was my cat. Yeah, you did it. Get out of here. She knocked over some Lego. And I'm not giving you the good food, so go away. Oh, anyway, sorry about that. This is right around the time that I stopped collecting comic books. And this is Sergio Aragonés Massacres Marvel. Not 100% sure if Groo's in there. I wouldn't be surprised. And Sergio Aragonés Destroys DC. So I have those. And there is this other one here that Sergio did with Mark Vanier, the Mighty Magnor, from the creators of Groo. There is a little sketch in this one as well. And that's number 1, the fold-out edition, pop-up cover, and this is number 1, the regular. Our first collectible issue. And more Mighty Magnor, number 2, comic books. I used to keep my comics in a filing cabinet like that when I had enough that would fit in a filing cabinet. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. So I know number 1 had Groo in it. I'm not sure about 2 through 6, but I just went ahead and got the whole series. Alright, now here's some other special issues. This is the original The Life of Groo the Wanderer. This is the graphic novel. So you see Groo is a young kid there. And so it's a little larger than regular comic book. See that? It's graphic novel size, and I think they redid this or either had another one that was smaller size, and I may have that one too. Hadn't got to that part of my collection yet. But that's The Life of Groo graphic novel. And the Death of Groo graphic novel. I think the Death of Groo actually came out before The Life of Groo, if I remember it. Yeah, I think so. This was an epic. This one was done by Marvel. That's the back of it. Death of Groo graphic novel. Alright, now here's some little appearances here. This is Comic Buyer's Guide number 1162 from February 23rd, 1996. Sergio, obviously, you can tell by the artwork, did the cover. You see Magnor up there. There's Groo. Right there, Groo. So Groo on the cover. So I kept this. This one's all in bad shape. I used to get these in the mail. I don't live at that address anymore. But I used to get these in the mail, and they'd get destroyed in the mail, but I kept that one. Alright, here's a Dallas Fantasy Fair preview from 1988, and Groo did that. We used to have the Atlanta Fantasy Fair, and I think it's like Dragon Con or something now. Never went to the Dallas Fantasy Fair, and I have some stories about the Atlanta Fantasy Fair. Maybe I'll share those later. Almost got in a fight. Alright, here's Epic Illustrated, number 27, I think this is. Yeah, number 27. This is from December 1984, and it actually contains a Groo preview comic inside. Story, I should say. It's not like there's a comic inside there. It's one of the stories, like an 8 to 10 page story. And it's where Groo is supposed to deliver a message of peace, and he doesn't realize it's lizard people, and he eats a couple of them on the way. Alright, so that's a very early, what did I say that was from? 1984? That's early Groo. Alright, here is the 2001 comic book checklist and price guide. This is about the time when I started selling heavily on eBay, and I got the price guide just so I could keep up with the artist when I was listing a comic book for sale, or not necessarily the value, but so this is Sergio did this. I'm sure Groo's in there somewhere, but I do see this. Let's see if I can focus in on that right there where my thumb is. See that dude? Oh, focus. His t-shirt says, "Did I err?" It's a common Groo saying. And so that will do it for this collection. So some neat things. I like the graphic novel, so I'll put it back up there. Graphic novel, The Death of Groo. So that's some of my special appearances of Groo. I'm not really going to try to get all the different little things that Sergio did, but those are some that I kept along the way. I will try to get all the main comics, but as far as the little sketch appearances, I think there's even some in Mad Magazine. I'm not going to bother trying to get all those, but anyway, so that's what I got to this point. I do have a bunch more to go through, so look forward to some more videos, and thanks for watching.